If we're able to believe most of Christianity that we don't have to keep the Sabbath of the Bible because it's not specifically recommanded in the New Testament, then how do we interpret John here when he says to keep the commandments of Yahweh when there's no New Testament at the time to look through? Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to suggest to you that the commandments of the first century are the same commandments of the very first century when Yahweh started out, and they're the same very commandments here today. That we need to take a look at these things and make sure that whatever commandments we're keeping, that's where our love is. Are we keeping the commandments and the doctrines of men? Are we doing things just because of tradition? Or are we doing things because that's what the Bible said to do? So let's keep going. Saints, keep the Sabbath. In Revelation 14:12, it says this, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and hold to the testimony of Yeshua." This is really important because really what he's saying here is he's saying that those that are in the book of Revelation, the great tribulation, the beast actually goes after those who keep the commandments of Yahweh and hold to the testimony of Yeshua. Not just those that believe in Jesus, but those who keep the commandments. Why? Because we've already determined that that's how we show that we love him. True love is doing what your Father asks you to do. And I would even submit, based on my upbringing, the first time. The commandments of God clearly include the fourth commandment of honoring the Sabbath on the seventh day. Now, let's get into what I know everyone's favorite part is, what you've been waiting for this entire time, is, Jim, what about Romans chapter 14:5? Well, let's work through some of these verses. 14:5 says this, "One man considers one day more sacred than another. Another man considers every day alike. Each one should be fully convinced in his own mind." Is this what the author is saying? Is the author saying that literally? Is Paul saying that out of one stroke of his mouth, he says, I uphold the law, I keep the law, and Timothy says it's perfect and it's good and it's worthy for all doctrine, and then all of a sudden Paul switches gears. Literally 11 chapters later, he says, the Sabbath really doesn't matter. You can choose any day you want. Are we to really believe that Rabbi Shaul, who studied under Gamliel, had most of the entire Old Testament memorized word for word, is telling us, as a Jewish former rabbi, that we can do whatever we want, we can choose whatever day we want? Come and join us as we travel back in time 4,000 years ago to discover exactly where the holidays of Christmas, Easter, and even Valentine's Day come from. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus on December 25th? Whose birthday really is on December 25th? Where did we come up with December 25th? Where did the star on top of the Christmas tree come from? Where did the Christmas tree itself come from? Where did St. Nicholas come from? Are we sure that St. Nicholas even existed? Have you ever wondered where the famous phrase, ho, 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 comes from? It comes from the late 1600s when they used to have plays, and before the devil would come on stage, he would announce himself by saying, ho, ho, ho. Did you know that original Santa's elves weren't little guys that made toys? They were Krampus demons that would punish the children if they weren't good for that year, while St. Nicholas would give them gifts if they were good. Who is the Easter Bunny? Where did we get Easter eggs from? Why do we celebrate Easter on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox? Did you know that Christmas was illegal in the United States until the mid-1800s? Can we celebrate these holidays according to the Bible? This is by far the most popular video on the internet on the history of Christmas and Easter. This video has changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and it will change your life too.